Okay, guys, this is Chris Dewey from May River Medicare, and I want to talk about my fellow South Carolinians, seniors on Medicare. This video breaks down just something very unusual about South Carolina. South Carolina has among the lowest Medicare supplement rates in the country. Sadly, I just have a report that I included in this presentation. Over 50% of folks in South Carolina are on companies that have the highest rates in our area. So it's frustrating when I call somebody and I say, oh, you have Blue Cross Blue Shield. 1 out of every 4 people that has a Medicare supplement in South Carolina has Blue Cross Blue Shield. On average, when I talk to somebody with a Plan G or a Plan N or worse, a Plan F supplement, the frustrating thing is when I tell them I can save you right around $80 to $100 a month on your Plan G, they don't believe me. I hope this video will prove to you that if you're on Blue Cross or you're on some of the, even if you've been on Mutual of Omaha for over 4 or 5 years, the rates really get steep and there are better options. The other thing I want to talk about is over 7,000 people in Beaufort and Jasper County lost their Medicare Advantage plans. 1.8 million people nationwide lost their Advantage plans, meaning the Advantage plan left the area, left you guys high and dry. And so many people that I've talked to, at least 150 people of my own clients in Beaufort County, all of which were chronically ill, we got them off the Advantage plan and used what's called a guaranteed issue right to get them on a Medicare supplement. When your Advantage plan leaves the area, you get a Medicare supplement, not just any supplement, the Plan G, sometimes the Plan F. The Plan N does not take chronically ill sick people. So what do you think is going to happen over the next year or two when people with stage 3 cancer, COPD, people that are taking insulin 3 times a day, folks that have serious rheumatoid arthritis that have to pay $25,000 a month for a shot, which is covered by Part B, not Part D. What do you think, guys? You have and finally things are coming to fruition, and I am going to be proven right, which isn't really important, but I'm concerned about folks that are on Plan G or Plan F. You guys are we have the perfect storm this year. We've got thousands of chronically ill sick people that have left their Advantage plan. They knew they made the mistake in the first time. And then when they saw my article in the paper or they saw some of my videos, they realized, what am I doing? I can pay $120 a month and have no out-of-pocket costs instead of paying $0 with a $9,300 max out-of-pocket. So that's what this video is about. Hope you enjoy. Click like below. You should like my video, share it, subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be pumping out a lot of new content in the next couple weeks. All right, you guys have a great day. What you got to keep in mind is Medicare supplements are standardized or the same or identical. A Plan G with United Healthcare AARP offers identical benefits as to a Humana or Blue Cross Blue Shield or whatever company. They're all identical. The only difference is how much you pay today in monthly premium and how much you're going to pay down the road in the future for your premium. That's the only difference between these companies. The benefits are identical. So what you want to do is make sure you compare the same plan letter, Plan G to a Plan G, or Plan N to a Plan N. So, but therein lies the sting in this tale. Up until 2025, and maybe they're equally important, but I can assure you that the biggest factor in impacting the price of your plan over your lifetime hinged on your choice of which insurance company you bought your Medicare supplement from. So the carrier you choose will typically have a greater impact on the price of your plan now and what you pay in the future. So choosing the right company has been more impactful than choosing which plan letter you decide on up until now. But let's continue focusing on Plan G. Why not? It's the most popular plan. 40% of folks on Medicare supplements have the Plan G. About 30% have the Plan F, which is no longer offered to people turning 65. And about 20% are on my favorite plan, the plan that's got the most value, the Plan N, which is trending as of this year. 39% of folks turning 65 last year chose the Plan N. They enrolled in the Plan N. Well below the 52% that enrolled in Plan G. All right, so let's take a look at this chart right here. And again, guys, I'm going to show you real quick. This is South Carolina. This is Plan G, all right? Plan G. 25%, 1 out of every 4 people in South Carolina are on Blue Cross Blue Shield Medicare Supplement. Okay, so 1 out of 4 people are on Blue Cross Blue Shield Medicare Supplement. If we take a look here real quick, I went with a 70-year-old male and female. If you look, Plan G, again, standardized, identical benefits. Only difference is the price you pay today and what you're going to pay down the road and the name of the insurance company on your card. Other than that, benefits identical. 70-year-old man, we have Humana at 113. I would stay away from Med Mutual. Why? They have only been in the business a year. They do not have an A&M best rating. So if you look right here, I have 5 rules and what I like to call hidden risks. There are 5 hidden risk rules when choosing a Medicare supplement, red flags that if you see it, you don't want to pick that company. And that is, don't go with an unknown company like Med Mutual. They come in real early. They target folks 65 to 68. They come in with the lowest rates for the first couple of years. Typically, after 3 or 4 years, they get bought out by a larger company. They close the book of business, so no new healthy people can go into that pool of folks in that Medicare supplement. Let's say Med Mutual in 4 or 5 years. Their rates just go sky high, and they are going to be bought out by another company. All right, so stay away from the cheapest rate. If this Med Mutual doesn't even have an A&M best rating. So hidden risk number 1 is stay away from unknown companies. Hidden risk number 2 is make sure that they have a rating, an A&M best rating. A&M best rates how well companies can pay their claims, which you're never on the hook for. If your company is insolvent, you have a guaranteed issue right where you can move into a different Medicare supplement, and you're never on the hook for anything that Medicare or your supplement is supposed to pay. So don't worry about that. However, typically when a smaller unknown company goes in real low, for instance, 70-year-old male, Humana 113, Humana's proven, solid company. And they have been around a long time. I trust them. I have lots of clients in Humana. I don't trust Med Mutual. We go down Allstate, that's a totally different story. I'm going to talk to you about that in a minute. But if we go down, Medico, great company. Where's Blue Cross Blue Shield? 1 out of every 4 people in South Carolina have that. Well, where's that? Wow, $179.55. So you could pay $179.55, or you could pay $113 with Humana for the identical plan. All right, that's a 70-year-old male. If we look at a 70-year-old female, $114 with Humana, $113. Stay away from the unknown. Humana $114. We can go down. And where is Blue Cross? 1 out of every 4 people that are 70. So Blue Cross Blue Shield, $170 for a female, Plan G, versus $114 with Humana, $113 with Allstate. Again, and why is Blue Cross Blue Shield so expensive? And 1 out of 4 people are in it. Hidden risks. Rule number 4 is don't go with a regional company offering Medicare supplements. Blue Cross Blue Shield is a regional company. They are different in South Carolina. There's a Blue Cross in Illinois. Anthem or Elevance is the Blue Cross name in some of the northern states, 13 states. They're all totally different entities. They just buy the rights to the Blue Cross Blue Shield logo and name. They're part of the association, but they are not related whatsoever. So in reality, you think Blue Cross, wow, household name, been around a long time. They're in every state. They're localized little, they're not associated with each other. They have different management teams. So just remember, that's why you're paying $170 for Blue Cross versus, $113, $114. So again, standardized plans, they offer different premiums for the same identical benefits. In 2025, probably more important than finding the right carrier is choosing the right letter. And there's one reason for that. There is something called guaranteed issue rights. If you look here it says Plan G federal guaranteed rights. All right. What that means is in certain situations, insurers must offer certain Medicare supplement plans without the ability to screen for high-cost chronic conditions, otherwise known as health questions and medical underwriting. So the portion of customers granted these rights is relatively small up until 2024, but the impact on the health plan is significant. So what are these guaranteed issue rights? For instance, if you look in 2025, there were over 1.8 million people that had their Advantage plans, their Medicare Advantage plans, exited or terminated the plan for 2025. So for these 1.8 million folks, these people, regardless of their health, they have cancer, COPD, AIDS, they can, because their plan terminated through no fault of their own, it exited the area. We had 5 Humana plans in Beaufort County that left the area, couple Aetna plans. We had over 8,000 people that lost their Advantage plans that get in Jasper and Beaufort County. They can get a Medicare supplement with no health questions asked. Not just any Medicare supplement, but only the Plan G. Plan G must absorb the high cost of letting these people that lost their Advantage plans into a supplement. Any supplement, any carrier they choose at the lowest rate, but it's got to be Plan G. If you were 65, if you were under 65 on January 1st of 2020, and you were one of these people this year that lost your Advantage plans, one of the 1.8 million people where your plan terminated, you have the ability to go into the Plan G only, not the Plan N. Remember that. Plan N does not take these chronically ill sick people. They require underwriting in all situations except that first 6 months. When you turn 65, you can go into any supplement plan letter with no health questions asked. After that 6 months is up, you are done. You're locked in for life, okay? And with these plans in South Carolina, there were 1 million, in South Carolina, there were 1.2 million people enrolled in Medicare in 2024. It's about 19% of the population. 44%, or over 500,000 people in South Carolina, were enrolled in Medicare Advantage plans. Over half those folks were on either the Humana, the 5 Humana plans, or the Aetna plans that were discontinued. Humana had more folks on Medicare Advantage plans than any other company in South Carolina. Combine Aetna and Humana, and you're looking at over 60% of all the folks were on those Advantage plans, Humana and Aetna last year. So hundreds of thousands of people lost their plans. They get what's called a guaranteed issue right. That means they can get a Plan G only. Now, if you're 70 or over and you lost your Advantage plan, you have to go in the Plan F. Plan F is your only option if you want to circumvent underwriting and not have to answer health questions. So what is that going to do to the rates, guys? This is going to be huge, all right? Why do I say that? Because the increase, you got this small amount of people, and if you look at this chart, federal guaranteed issue customers, you guys that were chronically ill this year in 2024, that lost your Humana or Aetna Advantage plan, you can go into either the F or the G supplement with no health questions asked. 50 to 100% higher medical claims for these folks compared to underwritten customers. So the increase in medical claims is a problem because insurers need to cover the additional expense by increasing premiums. Medicare supplement plans are required to maintain certain claims to premium ratio of at 65%. But here's the problem. Every dollar increase in the average cost of care results in $1 increase in the average premium charged to customers. It's the old Pareto rule, the 80-20 rule. 20% of your clients are going to make up 80% of the claims. All right, therefore, a small increase in the number of high-cost customers in a plan can cause a large increase in the premium charged to all customers. So all you need to know about MACRA is the bill. On January 1st of 2020, Medicare discontinued the Plan F. Plan F is no longer eligible. People that are turning 65 or anybody that's under 70 years old, you can't get a Plan F. All right, Plan G is the most comprehensive coverage you can get. So you got people that are gravitating from these Advantage plans that were terminated, going into the Plan G or the Plan F. Now, the sweet spot, the plan I love, is the Plan N. And you can already see it's already happening. If you look, you'll see right here. This is Plan G, folks. You had 15% rate increase with Aetna. You had 12% with Omaha, 13% with Cigna, 12.9% with United Healthcare. Medico, rock solid at 7.3%. All right. And then these other carriers, the 16%, most of those are fly-by-night companies that we talked about earlier that you don't want to pick, that have no A&M best rating, that have less than 5-year track record. A lot of that makes up those 16%. So bottom line is people in South Carolina are on the wrong plans and they're on the wrong letter. So 80% of all health expenditures come from 20% of the clients. What is going to happen? We've got literally hundreds of thousands of people just in South Carolina that had their Advantage plans terminated and got the opportunity, despite their cancer or their insulin usage or their COPD, that have transitioned into either the Plan G or the Plan F. So we got the 80-20 rule. These sick people are going to jack up those premiums. So you're not on Medicare today. You're on Medicare for the rest of your life. Therefore, it is my opinion that if you look right here, this means Plan G premiums will increase faster than those of plans with fewer GI rights, such as the Plan N. Guys, Plan N averages about 3-4% rate increase a year, but the gap is going to widen. Can't even imagine what Plan G and Plan F rates are going to be next year once these chronically ill people start using their supplement. They can only go into the G or the F. If they were under 65 on January 1st of 2020, they can only go into the G. They can go with any carrier they want at the lowest rate. But again, we want to go with A-rated carrier, financially stable, been around for more than 5 years selling supplements. There are a couple exceptions, but for the most part, we want to be very careful. We don't want to use the regional plans that only offer supplements like Blue Cross Blue Shield. They only offer supplements in South Carolina. That's it. Therefore, very volatile. They don't have the base of clients like a Humana or a United Healthcare or Medico, where it's basically, that's one of the red flags. Don't pick a company that only sells supplements regionally. All right. So in conclusion, you can see where this is going. They already said it, and I said it in 2019. I tried to explain it to people. Now, not everybody listened to me, but here we go. Oh, one last thing is, when you're turning 65 and you got chronically ill problems and you're going to the doctors 2 or 3 times, specialists a month, you're going to go into the Plan G. It's got the most comprehensive coverage. You don't want the $0 to $20 doctor copay. So naturally, you're going to have more sick people gravitating into the G that are turning 65. They go to the doctors all the time. They don't want the little $0 to $20 Plan N copay. So it's a two-pronged. The Plan G is getting hit in 2 directions this year. The thousands of people that are chronically ill that left their Advantage plan that terminated that go into the Plan G, as well as healthy people that unhealthy people that turn 65. If they're smart, they're probably going to go into the Plan G because they're going to go to the doctors all the time, 2, 3, 4 times a month. I've seen it. People that are going through cancer treatment, people that are doing physical therapy, they're going to go into the Plan G, not the Plan N, okay? Now, physical therapy is covered 100% by Plan N. It's just the doctor's office visits that are $0 to $20. So Plan N with a A-rated company that's got a 5-year track record with low rate increases is the way to go. Guys, like my video below, hit like, and share this video with folks that you know are on the wrong plan and with the wrong company. This is Chris Dewey with May River Medicare. You guys have a great day.